गिरिवरधारी गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजना यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजना यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nidai Gaur Sitanath Primanande. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Dhamane Prabhupada Sahityam Yapakasha Vidhiraja Vacharam Kiraman Sadhu Bhagat Pate Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Ajnana Timirandasya Kyanangyana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Parakamalam Sri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupang Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakambitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavanispari Visabhanu Sute Devi pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Summon Bonum, Chapter 74, the deliverance of Śiśupāla, text 31, 32, 33, and 34. So, we'll read this verse, and then the purport is on 33 and 34. Iso duratyayaḥ kāla, Iso duratyayaḥ kāla, Iti satya-vatī srutiḥ, Iti satya-vatī srutiḥ, vṛddhānām api yad buddhir, vṛddhānām api yad buddhir, bāla-vākyair vibhidyate, bāla-vākyair vibhidyate. One more from any one of you.
Duratyayaḥ kāla,
Iso duratyayaḥ kāla,
iti satya-vatī srutiḥ,
Iti satya-vatī srutiḥ,
vṛddhānām buddhir,
vidhāviyad buddhir,
bāla-vākyair vibhidyate.
bāla-vākyair vibhidyate. Word for word translation. īśaḥ, the Supreme Controller. Duratyayaḥ, unavoidable. Kāla, time. Iti, thus. Satya-vatī, truthful. Srutiḥ, the revealed statement of the Vedas. Vṛddhānām, of elder authorities. Api, even. Yat, since. Buddhiḥ, the intelligence. Bāla, of a boy. Vākyaiḥ, by the words. Vibhidyate, is diverted. Translation. Śiśupāla said, the statement of the Vedas that time is the unavoidable controller of all has indeed been proven true, since the intelligence of wise elders has now become diverted by the words of a mere boy. Text 32. I think I'll just recite this sloka, the translation, and then we'll go to 33 and 34. Yuyang patra vidhang shrishta mamandabhang bāla-vākyair sādasas pataya sarve krishno yat samatot rana. Yuyam, all of you, patra, awardee candidates, vidham, shrishta, the best. Mang madbham, please do not heed. Bāla, of a boy. Vashitam, the statements. Shadasha pataya, all leaders of the assembly. Sarve, all. Krishna. Yet the fact that samatha chosen arhane for being honored. O leaders of the assembly, you know best who is a fit candidate for being honored. Therefore, you should not heed the words of a child when he claims that Krishna deserves to be worshipped. Text 33. Tapo vidya bhatadaram jnana vidvasta kalmashan paramarsing brahmanishtal lokapalaischa pujitam sadaspating atikramya gopala pumshana yata kaka purudasham saparyam katam arhati. Translation: how can you pass over the most exalted members of this assembly, topmost sages dedicated to the absolute truth, endowed with powers of austerity, divine insight, and strict adherence to severe vows, sanctified by knowledge and worship even by the rulers of the universe? How does this cowherd boy, the disgrace of his family, deserve your worship any more than a crow deserves to eat the sacred purudasha rice cake? Have you had any of this purudasha? Never heard of this also. Maybe in the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas is being offered to the demigods. Purport. The great commentator Sridhar Swami has analyzed Śiśupāla's words as follows. The term Gopala means not only cowherd but also protector of the Vedas and the earth. Similarly, Kula Pamshana has a double meaning. Śiśupāla intended it to mean the disgrace of his family, which is its meaning when divided as above. But the word may also be analyzed as kulapam angshana, giving a totally different meaning. Kulapam indicates those who prattle with crooked words contrary to the Vedas, and amshana, derived from the verb amshayati, means destroyer. In other words, he was praising Lord Krishna as he who vanquishes all misguided and frivolous speculations about the nature of truth. Similarly, although Śiśupāla wanted to compare Lord Krishna to a crow with the words yata kaka, these words may also be divided yata a kaka. In that case, according to Sridhar Swami, the word kaka is a combination of ka and aka, which indicate material happiness and misery. Thus, Lord Krishna is a kaka, in the sense that he is beyond all material misery and happiness, being on the pure, transcendental platform. Finally, Śiśupāla was right in saying that Lord Krishna does not deserve merely the purudasha rice cake, offered to the lesser demigods as a substitute for the heavenly beverage soma. In fact, Lord Krishna deserves to receive everything that we possess, since he is the ultimate proprietor of everything, including ourselves. Thus, we should give Lord Krishna our life and soul, not merely a ritualistic offering of rice cakes. So in this part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, we're hearing the pastimes of Śiśupāla, who is none other than Jai. There were two doorkeepers in the spiritual world. When the four Kumaras wanted to enter, they're very curious to have darshan of Lord Narayan, the four-armed form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there are these two chokidars, not like our chokidars, who are always sleeping. They're very alert because they will bar anyone who wants to enter without proper qualifications. But the Char Kumaras, they're very qualified, even though they were Brahmavadis in the beginning. And so they were cursed to take birth 3 times as demons, these Jai and Vijay, because they prefer to return back as soon as possible to their service. They were given a choice to be devotees 7 times, 7 lifetimes. They're very clever. They chose to be demons. So this Śiśupāla is Jai. Śiśupāla and Dantavakra, right? So that means Dantavakra is Vijay. And Śiśupāla, he was also thinking of Krishna all the time. Vikrota bhava or Vikrota bhakti. There are 5 major rasas in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are also 7 minor relationships or rasa, mellows. And this is one of them. Śiśupāla is very envious. He doesn't care about Lord Krishna's position, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that when Sahadev, he was the one who actually declared, and he praised Lord Krishna to be the right person to be worshipped first, because in this sacrifice that Yudhishthira Maharaj would like to perform, the initial stage is that they have to worship the topmost personality. Now, Śiśupāla, he did not intentionally stop immediately. Sahadev, by his very convincing words, everyone claimed, yes, Lord Krishna should be the first one. And Lord Krishna, he chose all the brahmanas, all the purohits that will perform the yajna. So in this case, Śiśupāla, he did not stop the worship of Lord Krishna intentionally, so that he will have the chance to mention to everyone that you all made a mistake. Which means whatever you will continue to do will be a disaster. It'll be unsuccessful. Your yajna, your rajasuya sacrifice will not be fruitful. It will not yield the desired result because you chose the wrong one. And now, Śiśupāla started to criticize now. He's trying to criticize, but actually, in Sanskrit, sometimes there are many meanings. One word will make like a positive meaning or a negative meaning. The intention of Śiśupāla is to criticize, but actually, according to the acharyas, he was praising and glorifying Lord Krishna, so that in the end, he attained moksha. he attained moksha. That we will further see and read. That's why the title of this chapter is The Deliverance of Śiśupāla. In the text under the discussion today, text 33 and 34, he was mentioning Śiśupāla about the nature of Lord Krishna. He is Gopal, yes, he is a cowherd boy. But at the same time, another meaning of Gopal is that he is the protector of the Vedas and the earth. So he's glorifying Śiśupāla. He says, well, how come you chose this personality, Krishna? We don't even know what is his varna. He was born in a mercantile community, a Vaishya, and now he's a Kshatriya. So which is which? We cannot even know. He's not even a Brahmana. How is it? We cannot ascertain which varna he belongs to. So it is not possible. What you did was not correct. And now he's glorifying protector of the Vedas and the earth. Again, kula pamshana has a double meaning. Disgrace, one of the meaning is disgrace of his family. Then at the same time, destroyer. He who vanquishes all misguided and frivolous speculations about the nature of truth. So both meaning is there. Destroyer of the family, and at the same time vanquishes. Destroy, the word destroy or vanquish is the same but different meaning. And it says that, yes, vanquishes the misguided and frivolous speculations about the nature of truth. And again, Śiśupāla wanted to compare Lord Krishna to a crow with the words yata ka. These words may also be divided yata akaka, which means that he's beyond all material misery and happiness, being in a pure transcendental platform. So actually he's glorifying Lord Krishna indirectly. Now we cannot follow in that footstep of Śiśupāla. Even though Śiśupāla, he attained moksha, he went back to Vaikuntha. After 3 births, Jai and Vijay, actually they learned and they understood that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will appear in Kali Yuga after Lord Krishna's appearance, and therefore they prepared to stay 1 more birth as Jagai and Madhai. So they extended their stay in the material world before returning back to their services in Vaikuntha. Finally, Śiśupāla says here, right in saying that Lord Krishna does not deserve merely the purudas rice cake. It's a kind of cake that they offered to lower demigods, but those who wish to fulfill their material desires, then they're very easily pleased. Of course, Lord Shiva is not a lower class demigod. He is also a Vaishnava, and therefore, for those who are even in the mode of ignorance, if they offer anything, even a leaf, what's that leaf that they offer to Lord Shiva? Bell. Yeah. Yes. Those who are in the crematorium, lives in the crematorium, ghostly, hunted, Even the Naga Babas, they worship Lord Shiva. They will also make advancement eventually. How merciful the Supreme Lord in that way. However, in the last part of the purport, it says, Lord Krishna deserves to receive everything that we possess. Since He is the ultimate proprietor of everything, including ourselves, thus we should give Lord Krishna our life and soul, not merely a ritualistic offering of rice cakes. So what does that mean? Giving everything our life and soul. Anyone? Saranagati. Surrender. In the Srimad Bhagavatam and in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are many examples of devotees who exemplifies Saranagati or surrender. We can mention some of them and we can discuss how their mindset, how is it that somehow they come to the conclusion of surrender unto Lord Krishna, and how we can apply this into our daily lives. First of all, the famous story of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was born in a demoniac family. His father, Hiranyakashipu, is the king of demons, the most materialistic personality at that time, or even in these days. No one can beat that throne, Hiranyakashipu. So knowingly that Prahlad Maharaj is a Vaishnava, and he's very much against to this, Hiranyakashipu. So he tried his very best to convince and give up that mentality of being a devotee of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Hiranyakashipu gave so much hardships to Prahlad Maharaj. He told his servants to throw him off a cliff, and he was protected, even a scratch. He was put in the boiling oil. He was given poison, cake poison. And he offered to Lord Krishna. He became Mahaprasad. He was put into a pit of snakes and very, very venomous serpents and scorpions and everything, and still he survived. He was always remembering, knowingly that, yes, I am helpless, so therefore I should surrender unto Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna always protect his devotees. Do not worry, I will protect you. We've heard of this in the Bhagavad Gita. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshasami masuchaha. So, what we can learn from this is that we may face many hardships, many tribulations, many opposing elements in our daily activities, but we should not forget Lord Krishna is always there to protect us. That is surrender. Knowingly that Krishna will protect me. This is surrender. Another example is Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj is a king. And he was penalized. Actually, he wanted to be hurt by, what was that name of that Muni? Durvasa Muni, because he was fasting and he wanted to break the fast. Because fasting, actually, someone told me Dwadasi is more potent than Ekadasi. We think always, oh, Ekadasi, oh, I have to be careful. But Dwadasi is more important. Because if you don't break at the right moment, the fasting, then whatever you did, the tapasya you did the day before, is nullified. It doesn't count. So, yes, he was fasting, and Durvasa Muni came along with his 10,000 disciples, and they went to, he says they want to take a bath first, but then it's a time for breaking up the fast. So what to do? Fasting, if you did not eat anything, you can break the fast first with liquid, water also. And so he did, and then he became infuriated that he created a demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj is a fully surrendered soul. He uses his hands in worshipping the Lord. He uses his feet going to the temples. He uses his eyes to have darshan of the Lord. He uses his words to glorify the Lord. He uses everything. He is the exemplary devotee when it comes to Atmanivedanam. Yes? And so, the Supreme Lord, when we're trying to hurt a devotee, actually, it's not the devotee who's being hurt. It is the Lord. Because within the heart of the devotee is the Supreme Lord, and within the heart of the Lord is the devotee. Therefore, just like that example of, there's another example in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Haridas Thakur is also fully surrendered. He was beaten in how many marketplaces? 22. The Chankazi, he wanted to stop him, Haridas Thakur, who is the Nama Acharya. Even though he took birth in a Muslim family, but because he was very attached in chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 300,000 times every day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the title of Nama Acharya. So, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra transgress also cultural boundaries, political boundaries, religion, everything. Race, nationality, creed, and color. That when he was being beaten also by the Muslim soldiers, it was Lord Chaitanya who was feeling the pain. So we should be very careful not to inflict pain, even to a practicing devotee. Because maybe some of you are already in that platform of a Bhakta or a Vaishnava, but most of us are still in the practicing devotee. Sadhaka. One must be very careful still. So therefore, Ambarish Maharaj, even though he was offended by Durvasa Muni, and the chakra followed, the Lord cast his chakra to kill Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni went through middle planetary systems, higher planetary systems, everywhere in the universe, that he ended up meeting Lord Narayan and says, I'm sorry, I cannot do anything. You better go. Better go and ask forgiveness to Ambarish Maharaj. And it says there that Ambarish Maharaj already have forgiven Durvasa Muni even before he asked for forgiveness. This is Vaishnava. They don't take offenses because they're beyond the bodily concept of life. He's fully surrendered. Everything that he does is meant for pleasing and glorifying the Supreme Lord. Another personality in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Gajendra, the elephant. Somehow or other, he was trying to enjoy with the she-elephants in the heavenly planets, that he was captured by a crocodile. Now, he was a king before, and he remembered also. He was helpless. He does not know what to do. He's completely not knowing anything, whom to turn to. Another example of that is Draupadi. Draupadi. She also does not have any recourse except to ask the help of Keshava, Lord Krishna. Surrender. And she raised her hands, both hands. I give up. I don't know what to do, but I know Keshava, oh Keshava, please help me. You're the only one who can help me. And so Lord Krishna, he incarnated as unlimited Sari. The incarnation of Sari, Lord Krishna, to cover Draupadi. So if we surrender immediately, Krishna also will reciprocate immediately. But it's not so easy to surrender because there are many temptations. There are many distractions in the execution of bhakti. If we are focused, and if we are fortunate enough that we can remember, just like Gajendra, he remembered, that's why he plucked a lotus flower with his trunk and he offered to Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. And then again, the chakra cut the head of the crocodile. These are great personalities, but this is also applicable to everyone who, even in the initial stage of bhakti. Because Krishna only sees what are our intentions. Mostly, it is not that external thing. Bhakti is more of an internal. Because love is from within, the soul. The soul has a heart. It's like we have this mechanical heart, our physical body. The soul has a heart also, where Krishna resides. So another devotee in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Vasudeva Dutt. Now the essence, the highest level of bhakti is compassion. Vasudeva Dutt is not praying for himself. The more we become advanced in bhakti, we will also think of others. So in the beginning, yes, that's natural. We think for ourselves. But the more we advance, no, we even forget ourselves. We don't mind even going to hell. Vasudeva Datta, with his surrender attitude and mood, he asked Lord Chaitanya, you please transfer all the sins of everyone in the universe. I don't mind going to hell. Let them go back to Vaikuntha. Prabhupada says that also in the Philippines. When he was in the Philippines, he says, I have a desire to liberate the entire universe. Not just this planet. He's the real Jagat Guru, the spiritual master of the entire universe. The mood of a devotee is like that. The mood of the spiritual master is like that. So Vasudeva Datta, he doesn't mind going to hell. He's praying for others to go back. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you have a heart more precious than mine, more valuable than mine, greater than mine. Your heart is greater than mine. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Lord Himself, saying that, so we can just imagine the magnitude of the compassion of Vasudeva Datta. The more one advances in Krishna consciousness, his compassion also gets deeper and deeper and deeper. His tolerance also gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So we can check ourselves whether we are also making advancement or not. Are we becoming selfish? Are we only thinking of ourselves? Of course, Prabhupada says, you want to save the world? First, save yourself. Or shave yourself. We can check out actually whether we're making advancement or not. Is my chanting improving, or I'm being lazy, taking me the whole day to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Prabhupada says, no problem. You can chant the 16 rounds all day long or in 24 hours, no problem. As long as it is attentive and no offenses. Is my envious mentality going down? Or I'm criticizing all the time? I'm finding faults in everyone? How about my faults inside? So we should be introspective. How do we know we're making advancement? Am I having the taste to read the Srimad Bhagavatam? Or I have taste in other things, like social media, spending hours and hours. Why not spend in reading Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita? These are signs of surrender. Prabhupada says, at least we are in this status right now to go back home, back to Godhead. It's like having a plane ticket. You know the date and the time and the airlines when you're about to fly. But we may get distracted. We may go on the side. And then we'll miss the airplane. Now you have to buy a new ticket. So similarly, don't prolong our stay in the material world, and as much as possible, try to help others also to go back home, back to Godhead. This is surrender. This is surrender. It may take the whole lifetime, but at least before the end of our life, we should be fully surrendered. The Prabhupada says, though, even 80% surrender, I'll make sure you go back home, back to Godhead. So there's hope for us. How can you measure 80% surrender? How about half surrender? That we can measure, right? But 80% is also 100%. So, life and soul. We should give Krishna our life and soul. This is the final conclusion here. We should give Lord Krishna our life and soul, not merely ritualistic offering of rice cakes. We should do everything. We should be mindful of every action that we perform every day with so much love and dedication to please Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Parampara, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, and Shri Radha Krishna, and Krishna Balaram. All inclusive. If it's not, then it will take a long time for us to reach the goal. I'm saying this because if we're practicing day by day and it's mechanical, then we are not going, we're not moving an inch. Our goal is to go back home, back to Godhead, and take as many devotees or aspiring devotees to go back home, back to Godhead. That is surrender. Hare Krishna. Okay, I stop here now. I give you a few minutes if you have any comments, reflections, questions.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj, you introspection. So my question is, especially when we are among the non-devotees, so it's okay, we just go along with the flow. Let's say we are there is a team, and we want to take some decision, and in the material world everything is profit and loss, and everyone would like to be I as the center. But when we are dealing with devotees and we are talking about introspection, certain times we have to go with the flow. We personally think this is wrong, what the team is deciding on that X person. But we still go along with that flow, but we know that that decision is not right. So is it not an offense, what we are doing?
When we join Krishna consciousness, they should have we have faith. Faith is there. And Prabhupada says, what is the use of faith if you're not surrender? So Prabhupada says also that in order to come to the complete surrender, we must have faith also to our authorities. They're not by chance that they are there. The GBCs are not there by chance. The regional secretaries, regional supervisors, the temple presidents, they're not there by chance. These are all arrangements by our Krishna karma. So for our movement to go on, even though you may have that notion that this is not correct, you still have to follow. Otherwise, our movement will not, it's not going to be a movement. Move forward. However, once that you agreed upon and you observe something is wrong, humility means coming forward and saying something which is for the benefit of everyone. That's humility. Humility doesn't mean sitting in the corner. If after accepting the order or the direction where we are supposed to go along. But then if you observe, hey, there's so many hindrances here, that's the time you should tell. I've seen this, and everyone's statements should be valued. Even the new bhakta who just entered. This is proper way how to run our movement. It's like if there is a meeting, everyone should be valued. You may not accept the statement, but we should respect whatever one wants to say. It's not, oh no, you're wrong. No, that's not how to do it. Then you analyze, and the best way how to serve Krishna, we should accept. If there are some difficulties, you tell. But not with false ego. That I'm correct and you're all wrong. No. I may be wrong also, but this is how I see it. Please consider it. Yeah? And in the corporate world, only the boss is right. Everyone is wrong. I'm the boss, but not in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada will ask opinions also. But he knows what he's doing. He's been dictated by the Paramatma. He is the external manifestation of the Paramatma. But just to confirm, so before you do something in Krishna consciousness, you have to ask others, what do you think? To confirm your decision. Because we have to make a decision. We should be also thoughtfully, intelligent. What's that word, Maharaj? We should think individual also, thoughtfully. But when we think something, not just for my own benefit, we should always consider others' benefit. Then we'll go on. Most of the times, neophytes, they only see like this. They don't see what's here, they don't see what's there, they only see Krishna, they only see themselves. They don't see anybody. But we have to be at least in the Madhyam platform, Prabhupada says. Because in Madhyam platform we see the devotee, we see the envious, and we see the innocents. There are three. Devotee, we make friends. The envious, we avoid. There you go. Confirm. 9 times. Confirm. The innocents, we help. We help them. Because we have to ignite the faith. If they don't have, you give them the faith. Then they'll become a devotee someday.
Thank you.
Any other points, reflections, comments? Yes, Prabhu. One last question. Where is the mic? Go around, Prabhu.
It's off.
Maharaj, this Śiśupāla Śiśupāla was a demon in the form of a demon in this, and it is said that demons, when they are dispatched by Krishna, they go to the Brahma-jyoti, but Śiśupāla went back as a guard in Vaikuntha, right? So
that is his original form.
Yeah, but but
not
the other
all,
demons?
Not all demons, they go. From what we've heard, the Mayavadis and the impersonalists, they attain Brahma-jyoti. Demons also means they don't believe in God. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So, in this case, Śiśupāla went back to his original place of worship. Or, he worshipped Lord Narayan, or service, place of service. That's what the Bhagavatam says, right?
Yeah, so in this case, he didn't get what the other demons got, like, they did not go back to...
No, they attained Brahma-jyoti. All the soldiers in the Bhagavad Gita, in Jyotisar, they attain moksha, even though they're on the opposing side of the Pandavas, because Lord Krishna was there. They had darshan of Lord Krishna while dying. They attained moksha. and different kinds of moksha. The hellish type of moksha is to be one. Sayuja mukti. That's considered as hellish. Don't be a Hiranyakashipu or Kamsa or Ravana. Even though they attain moksha, no, be a devotee. Go back to Goloka. Okay? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam K. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare